Summary of The Little Liar, a novel written by Mitch Albom. Part 1. In the cramped and stifling train car, voices buzzed with fear and uncertainty. The large man's ominous words hung in the air like a heavy cloud, casting a shadow over the already dire situation. The passengers, a mix of old and young, huddled together, seeking solace and reassurance amid the chaos of their journey. "It's a lie," the large man declared, his deep and hoarse voice cutting through the anxious whispers. The ominous statement prompted a whispered inquiry from someone in the group, eager to unravel the mystery shrouding their destination. "What's a lie?" a timid voice queried, desperation evident in the hushed tone. "Where we're going," the large man responded, his eyes reflecting a profound sense of foreboding. The gravity of his words hung in the air, leaving the passengers to grapple with the uncertainty of their fate. "They're taking us north," one voice asserted, trying to inject a note of hope into the tense atmosphere. "They're taking us to die," the large man countered, his conviction sending ripples of fear through the captive audience. The conflicting narratives sparked a chorus of panicked voices, each passenger grappling with their own understanding of the truth. Amid the chaos, a defiant voice argued, "Not true." "It is true," the large man insisted, his words resonating with a dark certainty. "They'll kill us once we get there." The tension escalated, emotions running high as fear and despair took hold. A desperate plea rang out, attempting to refute the looming threat. "No! We're being resettled. To new homes." You heard the boy on the platform. "To new homes." Another voice chimed in, a fragile echo of optimism in the face of impending doom. The large man, however, remained resolute. "There are no new homes," he declared, a revelation that plunged the already despondent passengers into a deeper abyss of despair. In the midst of this turmoil, the large man's gaze fixed on a particular individual, a girl named Fanny. Unbeknownst to her, she would become a pivotal figure in the unfolding drama. The large man wrestled with a metal grate, determined to expose the truth that lurked beyond the train's confining walls. With a final, mighty pull, the grate gave way, revealing a fleeting glimpse of a springtime sky. Air rushed into the stifling compartment, offering a momentary reprieve from the oppressive atmosphere within. The large man wasted no time, attempting to hoist himself through the newly created opening. Yet, his efforts were thwarted by the narrow constraints of the window. A murmur of uncertainty swept through the crowded train car as the passengers grappled with the implications of the large man's revelation. Sebastian, a lanky boy, stood witness to the unfolding drama, his focus shifting to a girl named Fanny. As the large man struggled to fit through the window, the crowd collectively realized the need for someone smaller to undertake the perilous escape. Parents clutched their children protectively, uncertainty etched across their faces. In a moment of desperation, Sebastian seized Fanny by the shoulders, pushing her forward into the uncertain abyss. "She can fit," Sebastian asserted, his voice a mix of determination and desperation. "Sebastian, no!" Fanny protested, her resistance a feeble barrier against the impending unknown. "Where are her parents?" a concerned voice inquired. "Dead," came the somber response. "Hurry, child." Urgency pervaded the hushed tones as Fanny was gently shuffled through the crowd, each touch a silent wish for her survival. The large man, undeterred by the challenges, lifted Fanny toward the window. "Legs first," he instructed, a desperate plea for her to escape the confines of the train. "When you land, curl up and roll." Fanny's protests lingered in the air, but the urgency of the situation demanded swift action. A shriek from the train wheels added a layer of tension, emphasizing the need for immediate escape. In the adjacent narrative, the focus shifted to a different story, introducing Nico Crispus, a boy with a remarkable commitment to truth. The narrative painted a vivid picture of Salonika, Greece, in 1936, where Nico's idyllic childhood unfolded against the backdrop of ancient ruins and bustling markets. Nico, affectionately known as Shoni, garnered admiration for his honesty and purity. His commitment to truth was instilled by his grandfather, Lazar, who imparted the value of honesty and warned against the consequences of deception. The rest of the cast. Nico's life, as intricate as a tapestry, weaves together with three other individuals who will shape the course of his unusual journey. The first among them is his older brother, Sebastian, a serious and envious sibling who, despite his resentment, remains fiercely devoted to his family. The tale unfolds against the backdrop of pre-war Salonika, where the only city in Europe with a Jewish majority population becomes a ripe target for the invading Nazis. Sebastian, 3 years Nico's senior, grapples with the perennial challenges of sibling rivalry. While he tries to be a good son, a simmering envy towards his pampered younger brother courses through his veins. Questions like, "Why does Nico get to stay up as late as me?" and "Why doesn't Nico have to finish his soup?" echo his silent frustrations. Sebastian's bony frame and self-conscious demeanor contrast sharply with Nico's lithe figure and carefree attitude. Despite these differences, Sebastian's devotion to his family remains unwavering. However, Sebastian's greatest devotion lies elsewhere, in the shy, blossoming figure of Fanny. The third key character in this intricate narrative, Fanny, is a 12-year-old on the verge of womanhood. Her raven corkscrew hair frames a face with flashing olive eyes, generous lips, and a shy smile. She is the daughter of Shimon Namias, a widower who owns an apothecary on Ignatia Street. Fanny's growing allure becomes the focal point of Sebastian's unspoken desires. Fanny, despite being in Nico's class and known to him since childhood, takes an unexpected turn when Nico compliments her on her 12th birthday. From that moment, her heart veers towards Nico, setting the stage for a silent but intense competition between the two brothers for Fanny's affections. This love triangle adds a layer of complexity to their lives, one that will continue to unfold over the years. As the story deepens, the backdrop shifts to a train barreling through Central Europe in the summer of 1943. Salonika, once a vibrant city, falls victim to the Nazis' invasion, and the train is on its way to Auschwitz-Birkenau, a death camp that becomes the grim final destination for many aboard. The characters' lives are forever altered in this dark chapter of history. The train ride takes a horrifying turn when a German officer, Udo Graf, enters the scene. His brutality and sadism are laid bare as he interrogates the passengers about a perceived act of defiance. The bearded man, who had earlier encouraged Fanny to be a good person and share the atrocities with the world, becomes the target of Udo Graf's violence. The passengers are paralyzed with fear as Udo Graf inflicts severe harm on the bearded man, showcasing the absolute power the Nazis held over their victims. The passengers, though numerous enough to overpower the German officer, find themselves immobilized by fear and the illusion that Udo Graf is the sole arbiter of their fate. Udo Graf, reveling in his dominance, singles out individuals and sadistically exercises control over their lives. The cruelty reaches its zenith when he decides to let one person go, but only after subjecting a mother to the heart-wrenching choice of surrendering her child. Sebastian, the only one to make eye contact with the sadistic officer, bears witness to the depths of human depravity. Udo Graf, whose name now completes the quartet of intertwined lives, embodies the face of Nazi cruelty and the horrors that unfolded during that dark period of history. The narrative, rich with intertwining relationships and set against the harrowing backdrop of World War II, sets the stage for a tale of survival, sacrifice, and the enduring human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity. As Nico, Sebastian, Fanny, and Udo Graf navigate the tumultuous currents of war, their lives become threads in the complex tapestry of history, leaving an indelible mark on the reader's consciousness.